to maximize your cross face position, which is going to help you a lot when you are controlling, let's say side control, if you're trying to escape from half guard and those kinds of positions. And it's just a really nasty position to be in if you're on the bottom. So in another video, we're going to look at how to actually escape that, because when you apply the crossface really, really well, it's near done impossible to start moving your hips and actually hip escape the normal way. So we have to try finding different solutions to that. And it all starts up top. This here is a model of your neck. This is the back of your head, this is the front. So if we had the big skull here, that's kind of what we're looking at here. And then you have your upper back coming further down in this position. And what we want to do with a crossface is to manipulate the position of your head in relationship to your spine here. And what that actually does is that it makes it very, very hard for you to maneuver the rest of your spine. And as a result, I'm not going to be able to hip escape the way I normally would. So if you just lay down for me. If we are in side control as an example, just a normal kind of side control. Let's move back a bit just in case. If we're in a normal side control here, I'll get my gable grip and I start applying pressure across in this position here. Now there is absolutely nothing wrong with this position, but we want to look at how we can maximize this position and utilize the same concept in a couple of different positions. So if I'm here now, I apply quite a bit of pressure on forward. He can still hip escape as he normally would. Cool, so he can move his hips quite significantly here, and he doesn't even have his frames in, okay? But now, just as a concept, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swallow forward's neck with my biceps. That's my goal. So I wanna have my biceps behind forward's neck as deep as I can, and I'm gonna reach for his armpit. And if you're in no gear like this or you're in gear, it doesn't make a difference. But I want to shoot my hand through as deep as I can, and I want to grab forward's armpit. If here you can grab the collar in a gear or something similar, that makes it even stronger. What I want to do now, because you can see there's a lot of space, I want to bring forward under my shoulder and onto my thigh, and now I'm going to apply the crossface on forward. We're going reasonably gentle here because it's very, very uncomfortable. But if we're here now, I'm securing myself with the other hand, just pinning his hip. From here, if forward tries to move his hips, it's going to be very, very hard for him. Subsequently, it's therefore going to be easier for me to start transitioning into positions such as mount. So if we look at this from a slightly different angle, so you can see the position of the elbow, all we do, we feed through, we grab the armpit here. From here, I bring forward under me, and then I apply pressure. Now his neck is completely compromised, and it's very hard for him to start moving away from me. So if he's trying to hip escape, it's almost done impossible. Now, if we use the same concept in half guard, if I'm here, forward is slightly on the side. From here, I've dealt with whatever frames. That's not part of the purpose of this video. I come through underneath, I grab forward's armpit here, then I pull him under. Now I apply a lot of pressure and I can start sinking through. When I'm here now, it's going to be very easy to start dealing with the hips. But as you can see, if forward just lays here, when I manipulate forward's neck and I compromise this, and when I reach underneath his armpit here and I pull him under me, I don't only just control the head and the neck, I start controlling the top of the torso as well. And his spine keeps going all the way down here into his hips, which then makes it very, very hard to start moving his hips. You see that thing? So, again, if forward does this to me, you'll see the difference. So here, we go normal gable grip. There's a lot of pressure here, but I can still, even without frames most of the time, I can start hip escaping quite easily here, and I can hip escape, and now there's a lot of space. So that's a good thing for me. But for forward to maximize this position, which is something he's been working a lot on, he needs to grab my armpit, he needs to bring me under him, and now he applies the crossface. Now, I can't physically move my hips And especially when you start using the other hand to block my hip with as well, just like so, now it becomes even harder. So of course you still need to pin the hips and do all your usual stuff, but if you want to maximize the pressure of the crossface and the ease of transitioning from there, even submitting people with the crossface, you need to grab for the armpit, bring the person under you, and then apply pressure and keeping that pressure the whole time. So that's how to do a proper crossface. If you have any questions, you do know where to put them.